Okay, let's work through this example problem number 1. So the first thing I would do is underneath the problem, I would rewrite my number that I've been given and put in the decimal point. Here we have 256 and it doesn't give us the decimal point. It's assumed that the decimal point always follows the last number on the right. So I'm going to place my decimal point, and then I'm going to look at the metric system. And so I'm looking for meters, or what I'm measuring is length. So meters is going to go in the center. I know that kilometers is the largest. Millimeters is the smallest for what we're going to use in class. There's smaller and bigger things than these units, but this is going to be the basic scale that we use. I know that there's 2 places in between kilometers and meters and 2 places between meters and millimeters. So I know that a meter stick is the size of a yardstick. And so I can visualize that a centimeter is going to be smaller than a meter. So if I think about a ruler, and I have the inches side and the centimeter side, I know that the millimeters are the smallest lines and that centimeters are the bigger lines on the centimeter side of the meter stick or the ruler that I'm using. Now I got to think about deca and deci. I know that they're in there somewhere, but I just can't quite remember where they go. Well, I think that deci sounds pretty close to centi. So that's how I remember that decimeters goes here, and then decameters goes here, and that just leaves me one spot, and it's a crazy one, hectometers. So now I have my scale, and I know I'm starting at meters, and I want to go to centimeters. And so I am going to bubble 1, 2 spaces to the right. So I go back to my number that I rewrote, 1, 2 spaces to the right, and I put in zeros for my blank bubbles. And then I can rewrite my answer. So it's 25,600 centimeters and 256 meters. You can always stop and ask yourself if this makes sense. A meter stick is about the size of a yardstick. And so if you had 256 meters, it should make sense that you would have a larger number of centimeters. So that's problem number 1.